Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Riverside Sports. I'm Lonnie D'Angelo, and today we're going international as we learn about the Missouri Youth Cricket Association. All right, here we are at the home field of the Missouri Youth Cricket Association, Ed Bales Park. As a portion of DuSable Park, Ed Bales Park has hosted several cricket tournaments and other sporting events over the years. Let's head over to the cricket field and check it out. The Missouri Youth Cricket Association, otherwise known as the MYCA, was formed in December of 2012. Their goal is to transition the great tradition of cricket to the upcoming generation. Even with the MYCA's busy schedule of tournaments and academy training, we were able to chat with MYC Academy coach and co-founder Ranjit Singh, St. Charles Parks and Recreation liaison Chris Atkinson, 2 MYCA players, and President Priya Singh. First, we'll have a chat with Ranjit, co-founder and MYCA Academy coach. Ranjit has been involved in the greater St. Louis cricket community since 1999, both as a player and a coach. He became involved with the MYCA in 2013 and focuses on conducting tournaments, clinics, school programs, and coaching. So let's meet up with Ranjit and talk some cricket. How are you doing today, Ranjit?
I'm doing great.
Awesome, good, great. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
So, what inspired you to start the MYCA?
I loved the game since I was very young. So when I came to USA, I was looking for more opportunities to play the game. So we started with like a couple of teams playing on like weekly basis, on weekends after work, and that grew over a year to a point where we had 28 teams playing in our league. We took a serious decision that, what we have for men's, we want to take it to the youth level. We want these kids to have opportunity to take the game to the national level. And what we are trying to do is reach the American community, give them a chance to know the sport.
Great. Talk a little bit about the academy and the different sets of skill levels that the players have.
Cricket is a sport where age doesn't matter much, because I have a kid who is 7 years old and who can face a 14 years old just like that. So it's more driven by skills. We have kids from age 6 to 14. But we have a program where we spend 3.5 hours every weekend teaching the kids at the academy. And we come up with a plan on how to help them improve.
That's awesome.
It takes time.
Yeah, awesome.
You know?
Yeah.
So we have a structured layer where we start at a church or a park program or a school, and then we bring them up.
Awesome. What interested you most as a coach? What's your biggest incentive for volunteering time for youth cricket?
I have been an active cricket player for many years. I thought it's time for me to give it back. This was my way of staying connected with cricket. The first year I coached for MYC, I enjoyed so much the respect I got from the kids for being a coach, and the satisfaction that I received by seeing them grow with the game was uncomparable. I loved it so much. And then the biggest incentive of all was my own 2 kids were playing cricket. Within 3 months, this was their favorite sport, because they were able to build it around them.
Yeah, like you said, it's kind of a family time now for you, since your kids are involved,
right,
and
right.
Yeah, it's a lot more fulfilling in that sense.
Right.
Yeah. I understand the MYCA is involved with several local schools. Could you explain those relationships a little bit?
We started with one school in 2013. So we did first school presentation in their school, and it went awesome. So then we partnered with USYCA, United States Youth Cricket Association. USYCA has reached about 1,200 schools where they gave a free cricket set to every school. So what it happens is when you go to school, we have a 2 hours cricket presentation. And as part of presentation, we give them a cricket set which is just 2 stumps and 2 bats. So during gym time, if they ever want to play the game with the kids, they have all they need. So in last 2 years, we've reached 32 schools so far in around St. Louis.
Nice.
We did a sport at a school last year where we had kids who had special needs. You know, you'll not believe. The most successful camp we have had was them. Within 30 minutes, all the kids were enjoying the sport. So our program is we contact the school. Sometimes schools contact us. One of our volunteers will take a time off work. We go to the gym and we demo cricket. And it has worked very well. After we contact back to school after like few months, yeah, we still play in the gym.
Yeah, it's a good thing to get it in the school. Like you said, plant the seeds.
Right.
Yeah, plant the seed
Right.
and hopefully something will catch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Can you elaborate on the general rules of cricket?
It's like baseball.
Okay.
It's but the bat is bigger. So a child hitting the ball on the very first time is very high. Plus the ground is like 360 degree. So wherever you hit, you can score a run. To make a run, there's not 4 bases, there's only 1 base. There's the 2 bases. So each time you exchange the ends, that's 1 run. So the scoring is very easy. So everybody contributes to some extent, you know, and it's easier to get going. The way you get out, easy to remember. There are sticks behind the batter. It's like very strike zone in baseball. If the bowler hits the sticks, you're out. You pop in the air, they catch it, you're out. If taking a run and they tag the sticks before you get there, you're out. And the biggest difference is you decide when to run. So it's not like you have to run if you hit. If you don't think it's safe, you don't run. You can skip 10 balls and then, you know, hit after that. That's what makes it easier. And you bat until you're out. That is the biggest incentive. There's only one chance you get to bat. So it builds your patience, where you give a lot of importance to your wicket. There's so much that you control, you know, in the game. And there are more.
When did you first get involved in cricket? I know you've been involved for a while, but have you been a lifelong player, or did you start later on?
No, I have been always play, as far as I can remember. When I was a small child, I was staying in a village, and we had a wooden stick and something round, and we would play cricket. I've played this game as long as I remember. And I have played this game more than anything else. I've enjoyed this more than anything else. And this game has given me so much that right now I enjoy the opportunity to give it back.
That's awesome. What is the best thing about being part of the MYCA Academy?
Spending time with kids and my own kids and my family, and is doing something that I love so much. And I think about time that I spend with coaching and MYCA and helping the game grow. I don't feel bad. I think I spend my time in the right way and at the right place.
Brings a smile to your face.
Yep.
What can we expect from you and the MYCA in the future?
We have a vision that we want schools, inter-school cricket league in St. Louis region at some point. And we are hoping that somebody will get involved with us and help us get there. We want schools, kids playing cricket inter-school. We would like in next 10 years have somebody from St. Louis and play for USA and make St. Louis proud. And people have started to talk about this region, about St. Louis and St. Charles as a main hub in the Midwest region. And we want that to grow. We want to have more grounds in playing cricket, and we want to host more bigger events. We want more people to come to St. Louis to play cricket in future.
Sounds like a great goal. So that's all the questions I have for you today, Ranjit. Thank you so much for spending time with us and talking with us and explaining to us your passion about the game.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, now we're going to talk to the MYCA's Parks Department liaison, Chris Atkinson. Growing up in England, Chris was exposed to cricket at a young age. Since the MYCA's formation in 2013, he's worked with the organization on promotion and maintenance with the city's Parks and Recreation Department. Let's head on over and have a chat with Chris. How are you doing today, Chris?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing great. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So how did you first get involved with the MYCA?
It's kind of an interesting story. So back in 2013, I just received a phone call from somebody at the front desk saying they had somebody on the phone that wanted to talk to somebody about cricket, and it just randomly got transferred back to me, and that's kind of how the whole conversation started. I'm born and raised in England, so I kind of played cricket growing up as a kid, so I understood kind of, first of all, what cricket was, which was a big kind of first step for them to get in the front door with the Parks and Recreation Department. And then from that point on, it's just been kind of an evolving process as far as working with MYCA to kind of build facilities and then help them with programming and basically provide a lot of the facilities that you see in the park here today.
Awesome. Talk a little bit about the partnership between the St. Charles Parks and Recreation Department and the MYCA. What are some of the things that they collaborate on?
Sure. Obviously, we operate 23 parks covering 800 acres, so we own a lot of land, and the MYCA needed some land to build a cricket pitch. We provided them with a facility, which is kind of a shared facility with some of our baseball, softball fields here at Bales Park. So that's kind of where we're kind of like the landlord, and they're kind of like our basically a tenant. They kind of rent the facility from us. They help us. Give us kind of the designs on what they would like to see built here. Then the Parks Department goes out and executes those construction plans. With their help, they provide us financial assistance for us to build a lot of these facilities that you see today, whether it's from the MYCA all through their kind of state and national level bodies that provide funding to build facilities. So we kind of do a lot of basically build the facilities and then operate them as we build them.
Great, great. What are some of your duties as the Parks and Recreation Liaison?
Basically, I'm just kind of like a sounding board where they'll come up with several ideas that they would like to see. Then I have to look at it, not just in the sense of cricket, but also with baseball, softball, soccer, all the other things that the Parks and Recreation Department does for the residents of the city of St. Charles. We have to make sure that it fits kind of within what we want to do for the whole community. So I'm kind of basically the contact person for the MYCA, and then we also help them kind of by providing some advertising and promotions through our recreation brochure that we have.
Perfect. Perfect. Growing up in England, you had mentioned already that you were exposed to cricket at a young age.
Yes.
And so what's it like seeing a sport that's so big in your home country having an impact right here in St. Charles?
It's a pretty cool kind of thing. Like you said, I grew up playing cricket, rugby, football. Now I call it soccer since I've been in the U.S. for so long. But so it's kind of, and I've been in the U.S. for 20 years, and up until 2013, I'd never really seen anybody playing cricket around here. I'd kind of seen a couple of places where people may be playing kind of cricket by themselves, but nothing really as a facility. So when this was kind of a cool project for me is personally, and also for the Parks and Recreation Department, where we could add something that we don't currently offer, but it's also like another thing that we were trying to get more American kids, more American families to kind of check out cricket and embrace it, and hopefully kind of the Americans will start playing cricket some more. So it's kind of a cool thing where I get to kind of say these things, and I can come down any weekend now and watch a cricket game, which I would never ever thought I'd have a chance to do when I first moved here 20 years ago.
Right. Why is it important for the MYCA to have a presence in St. Charles?
St. Charles has a very large kind of population, and it's a growing population of folks from India, Pakistan, the Indian subcontinent, and that population is growing. And we like the residents of the city of St. Charles, and we listen to our residents. And one of the things that these folks have been telling us that they would really like a place to play cricket. So just like we do with any other person that comes to us and says, I want to build a soccer field, a cricket field, a rugby field, we evaluate it. We kind of see if it's something that fits within our kind of master plan is how we want to develop the park system. And it's worked out where it works good for us. It provides another recreational amenity for the residents of St. Charles, and it works out really well for MYCA to give them a facility here in their hometown rather than having to go 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour to play at some other city, whether it's in St. Louis County or even further afield.
It's awesome that there is that much of an interest here in St. Charles, like you said, with the population that we have. It's great to see that this is thriving.
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
Here.
Any given weekend, and mainly on weeknights too, you'll come down by this field and you'll see kids playing, you'll see adults playing. It's played from people of all ages, so it's just a cool sport.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today and talking with us.
You're welcome.
Next, we're going to have a chat with two of the MYCA star players. Let's see what they have to say about playing this amazing game. How are you all doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, doing great. Thanks for joining us today. So tell me a little bit about why you got involved with the NYCA.
Well, I've always wanted to play cricket. From where I was from Iowa at first. There was no cricket club there, and I've always wanted to play cricket. So when I moved here, I was looking for one, and then I found NYCA, and I just joined.
Perfect, worked out. How about you?
I started when I was 6. We used to try different sports, and then my dad, he used to play cricket, so he said, why don't we play cricket?
Perfect. So you wound up playing with your dad a little bit? Awesome. When did you start playing cricket?
That was in 2012.
Okay. Not too long ago. Awesome. How about you?
Around when I was 7 years old, I started playing, so
Okay.
I guess 2007.
So what have you learned from participating in the academy, and what skill level did you start at?
I started at being a beginner, and then I started learning the bowling strategies, the batting strategies, and I learned teamwork, patience, everything like that.
All great skills.
Yeah, I was around an intermediate player because I learned cricket kind of by watching cricket. When I started with NYCA, I learned more bowling strategies, batting strategies, and then, of course, not only cricket, but teamwork and how to be together as one.
Awesome. What's your favorite aspect of playing cricket?
I like batting more than it's just fun making runs.
Awesome. What about you?
I feel like bowling's more interesting and fun because you get to take people's wicket and everyone would huddle and say, oh, yay!
There's fun in it all, huh? Awesome. What would you say to convince other kids to come play in the NYCA?
NYCA gives a lot of opportunities for you to play. You get to travel around, meet new people, and create new relations with other people.
And you also get a chance to learn and grow from it. You get to travel around, see how other teams play and learn from them.
That's fun. That's got to be a lot of fun, traveling around and seeing how other teams play and, getting information and skills from them as well. Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, both of you, and I wish you the best of luck.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, last but certainly not least, we're going to have a chat with Priya Singh, president of the Missouri Youth Cricket Association. An active member of the cricket community in the St. Louis area since 2004, Priya led the charge in forming Missouri's first youth cricket league. She's worked tirelessly to grow the cricket presence in Missouri by reaching out to schools, developing a strong program, and collaborating with the St. Charles Parks and Recreation Department. So let's head on over and discuss the NYCA success with Priya. How are you doing today, Priya?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Good. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So take me through a typical day as president of the NYCA.
It starts from morning as I start doing my work. I set goals every week and try to achieve. The key focus is how can I promote my youth cricket and develop this sport in our region. So it's basically like attending 30-40 emails per day, communicating with all the other leagues around the USA, and how we can help not only just ourselves but the other sports too. So we communicate with them how we can do more bilateral series where we invite them here and once we go there. So establishing relationship with other parks and recreations, other leagues and clubs out there, and then what can we do to get more and more kids. So we also do school programs. We introduce cricket at school. So we have done about 5-6 parks and recreations where we do camps absolutely free.
Wow.
So doing these kind and laying out the whole year schedule and then trying to achieve that schedule, on time without overwhelming anyone. So that's how pretty much I do.
Nice, yeah. What inspired you to start the NYCA?
I grew up in India, so cricket was like our family time.
Yeah.
And this is the sport, like how here kids may be so used to of watching a baseball with parents as a family time. So I could easily relate and connect to it. And since 2001, I have been connected with cricket because my husband, he started this men's cricket league, STL Cricket League in St. Louis. But as years passed, all of us had babies pretty much at the same times, and then...
As it happens, yeah.
So around like 2009 and 10, I could see not only now wives come and watch these dads playing, like their husbands playing, but the kids are watching their dads play now. So I just felt, this is something that now we should move on to the kids, move our focus towards the kid, because cricket is the second most popular game in the world. We should do something for the kids where they may have a future in cricket and they can make America proud and us proud.
Yeah. What are some of your goals as the president of MYCA?
I really had a focus where I have to take it to a level where these kids will get a proper channel. If they have the potential, then they should be able to reach to the level where, they can compete and then they can prove themselves and then they can make everyone proud. So my key goals are like to make Missouri one of the best leading in cricket world. And we have seen tremendous progress in past 3 years. So that sense of feeling that I get, it's like, I have achieved a lot.
Yeah.
And we can continue this and we can let the kids grow.
Let them grow.
Yes.
Yeah. Your organization relies heavily on volunteers. What can residents do to help out?
We are a volunteer organization. We are a non-profit. And basically whatever we do, apart from our academy and the camps and the clinics, we obviously need more and more pool so we can branch this out in many, many, many places. We will provide them the necessary training so they can learn and then they can teach. Any help is a good help, If they can, they can reach out to us through email, through website, through phone, however, or just come out every Sunday. They will see us at this facility.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. What is your involvement in cricket outside the MYCA on a national level?
So I am part of, as an advisory committee in American Cricket Federation, ACF. And I'm also a board member in the United States Youth Cricket Association, which is USYCA.
Can you give us a brief picture of cricket in the U.S.?
It's about 127 countries play this sport, and USA ranks somewhere about like 30th at international level. But not only me, but many others do believe that USA has the potential to be in the top 10 or maybe in the top 5.
Who are your strongest partners in youth cricket development?
There are many. One of the biggest one, I would start with STL Cricket League, because many adults from STL Cricket Leagues, those who are very passionate cricketers, they play at a recreational level, but they come out here and support. Many they coach, many they volunteer their time. Whether when we do a bilateral series or when we do a national, when we hosted a national one, they will just jump in to help. Wherever they can help, however they can help, they come in and help. And the biggest support that we have got from St. Charles Parks and Recreation, which was demonstrated during our national youth cricket tournament here, where 2 of our grounds were flooded. This was pretty much flooded. And then the crew came out, they mopped it, they rolled, they literally, yes, I mean, yeah. they literally put their heart and soul to it to make this ground playable. So that's the spirit we want, Because of them only, I should say, we have this facility, otherwise we won't even have the facility. And without facility, the sports cannot grow. So because of this practice pitch, which is not only used by youth, but many men's come and play. So I'm really thankful to them, because without their support and help, this would have not been possible. The other one is USYCA, and they literally helped us with the Build a Pitch program. So we got some funding from them to build our practice nets and the main pitch. Apart from them, they also help us with the set. They give us one free set that we can donate it to every school that we introduce cricket. And other than that, all the local communities, the volunteers that they have helped, because without the local support and the local businesses that have been supporting year after year, MYCA would not stand where we are standing right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, Ranjit had mentioned donating some equipment to schools as well, and I thought that was really cool. Yeah. So what's the best thing about being a part of the MYCA Academy?
The best part is to spend time with kids, kids coming from different background, different origin. And when we come here, we meet as a family. So the whole topic is like this: cricket brings us together. It's a good feeling, the sense of satisfaction that I get that I'm spending my time so much into this cricket, and the smile that I see on the kids' face, the passion that I've seen, where it started from nowhere and now they are so crazy that they follow IPL, they follow the world game, who's playing, which team is on the top. They are connecting back to the world, so they have something where they can relate now. So I really feel very happy because I could do so many other things, but this sense of happiness I won't get. The smile that I see, it's something that money or anything cannot buy. So I'm really proud what I'm doing right now. I'm really proud to see the progress of each and every child here, and they just come here, play and have fun. So that's what I like the most about it.
Sounds very fulfilling.
Yes.
Yeah, very fulfilling. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today, and we wish you the best of luck in the future. We can't wait to see, all the great things that you guys accomplish.
Sure,
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Riverside Sports. Thanks for joining us today and learning about the great sport of cricket right here in St. Charles. Volunteers are always needed, so don't forget to check out the MYCA for yourself. Thanks for watching.